You hear a bump in the middle of the night, do you ever think, maybe I'll just blind them? No? Well, the thought has crossed my mind. Today, we're talking about the Surefire X300 and a couple TLRs. Let's get into it. Well guys, here are three options for your pistol mounted lights. They all do the same thing. They're all going to bring a little light to your life. Dad jokes, right? Okay, we're going to start with the TLR7. This is on my P229 Enhanced Elite. I went with this for my EDC because it's very compact. It doesn't protrude past the barrel, just so you guys know. All weapons on the table have been safety checked and cleared. Let's get back to it. It doesn't protrude any longer than the barrel does. I carry appendix. I know, hard to believe a fat guy can carry appendix nowadays, but it is possible, and we'll get into that in another video. But TLR7 is a very simple no frills light. On, off. On, off. Controls are fully ambidextrous. It's a small little tab. You can push down on it or push forward on it. Okay? Now, big drawback to this is how I ride my pistols. This is how I purchased the gun. My thumb can't exactly reach that. So I gotta break my grip momentarily, run that thumb forward, hit that tab. Not a huge deal, but it is a drawback in my opinion. My hands are medium to large. I don't have bare paws. Trigger finger can't reach, and this one is not going to break grip. Support hand, I will lean the thumb forward, activate the light. This runs at 500 lumens, and the thing about this light is it's interesting. It is brighter than the TLR4, which is 170 lumens, but the 500 lumens is spread out different. If you can see here, there is no definitive ring on the beam. It's more of a floodlight, like a security light outside your house, if I may. So when you light up a room, it lights up the entire room. It has a large surface area, but not a focal point per se. I like the light. I just don't like the fact that if you have to go up in close quarters, defend yourself, you can possibly knock it out of battery. This comes in at 2.4 ounces and an overall length of 2.15 inches. A run time of 1.5 hours, and it comes with a CR123A battery. Not a bad gun for the price, 500 lumens, very compact, very light. The TLR4. I like the light, but at the same time, I'm kind of with the light. This has a more direct beam, more focused beam, and it also has a toggle in the back. Toggle it to the middle, no laser. Toggle it to the left, laser only. You guys see that? Toggle it to the right, you get laser and the beam. Now the beam on this light is more of a centered beam. Not as much ambient light like the TLR7, but overall in the pitch dark room, it's plenty dark to see what's going on. This is a little more expensive than the TLR7, but I think it has to do with the laser. The laser, I can, take it or leave it. I'm not a big fan of it. Again, all guns safety cleared, safety check and cleared. Now, what I do like about this light as opposed to the TLR7 is I can easily manipulate the paddles. Fully ambidextrous, up or down. Up, you can click it and they'll stay. Down, it springs back up for a momentary strobe. You hold it down as long as you need. Click it up and it stays on. I much prefer these type of controls versus the click. but at the same time they are very, very sensitive. It doesn't take a whole lot. This jumps up in price, like I said, because of the laser. It's my opinion, but the main body on these is plastic. The laser is adjustable with an Allen key, up or down. This one is 2.81 ounces. It comes in at 2.73 inches in length, and this runs a CR2 battery. And a runtime, I have 1.5 hours on battery of continuous light. Overall, it's not a bad light. If you ever got to use the pistol, this gives you a little more cushion. It's not going to knock out a battery if you got to punch a bad guy in the chest or the gut, you know. But overall, this is on my XD. This is my bedside light. I'm a bedside gun because I can reach this no problem. Okay, moving on. Surefire X300 Ultra. This comes in at 1,000 lumens. At first, I thought there's no way there's that much of a difference, but there is, and I will show you guys here in a bit the difference between the beams: floodlight, center beam, and center beam with everything else, right? This bad boy here comes in at overall length of 3.6 inches and 4 ounces. 4 ounces with batteries. It takes two 123A batteries. So this is much heavier than these other two lights. Almost double the weight of the TLR7 and almost an ounce heavier than the TLR4. The controls on this are very positive. You can click it up, stays on. Click it down, stays up. So they're ambidextrous, fully ambidextrous. The other thing is, if you push forward, it gives you that momentary strobe. Now you guys can see this is a very pronounced center beam with a lot of radius, a lot of bleed over. So you get the benefits of that nice center beam from like the TLR4 with the ambient lighting of the TLR7. So it gives you the best of both worlds on steroids. It's just, there's hands down, you can 100% tell the difference between the light output in this versus these two. The other upside of this is the housing is all aluminum, all anodized aluminum. The only plastic on this are the control paddles. Again, all weapons are cleared and safety checked. No ammo anywhere near here. Some of you guys freak out. And of course, if you gotta punch a bad guy with this, there's no way in hell that you are gonna knock that out of battery, unless somehow you come into the top. But that's a whole nother set of issues you guys got. Alright guys, that's a quick breakdown. I'm not gonna talk about price because all of these prices can vary. What I can tell you right now, and then you can go online tomorrow or next week or a year from now and the prices vary. That's always kind of disappointing when someone says this cost me this much, and then you go on and be like, hey butthole, I found it and I couldn't find it for the price you said. I got a smoking deal on this from a third party, brand new. These are pretty readily available online. The price point is not bad. This is super affordable. So you guys shop for yourself, figure it out what works for you. But let's get over to the dark side and see what's going on and show you guys the differences in the way they illuminate. Alright guys, we're going to start off with the TLR7. And like I said, this doesn't really give you a definitive focal point, but it's more of an ambient type of light. I know on camera it looks like there's a good focal point in the middle, but in real life it lights up this entire wall. And this is I would say 20-foot wall from end to end, and it lights it all up pretty good. It doesn't really give you a definitive center. On camera it looks like there is, but in person it just kind of bleeds out from center out. Not a real good focal point. Next up, we're going to go with the TLR4. Now, as you guys can see, this gives you a definitive circle. You guys can see the bleed out, the pronounced circle on the outside. This is much more of a beam type of light. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the toggle. Right now you guys can make it out, but the laser's on, and if I flip the switch, you guys get a laser only. I'm not a huge fan of the laser. I don't think it's very necessary. Flip back over again, you get light and laser. Okay, next we have the Surefire X300 Ultra. Remember, this is 1000 lumen. And that's what you get. A blaring light. I mean, it's blinding. Now, it gives you, here, let me see if I can move it back. No. Again, this is lighting up wall to wall, all the way across, like the TLR7, but it definitely gives you a different focal point, a much larger focal point than the TLR4. Now, if you're going to clear rooms, this is going to light up an entire corner of room, the entire side of a room. So 1000 lumens versus 170 lumens versus 500 lumens. Well, there you have it, guys. Those are the lights that I'm running on my handguns, my EDC, my bedside. Now you guys know what I have. I'm curious to know, what are you guys running? What's your EDC light setup? What's your bedside light setup? Do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe if you're so inclined. It'll keep you up to date when new content comes out. See you on the next one.